G'day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Medieval Knights. I am TJ West, and thank you for joining me today on this Medieval Dynasty Let's Play. Today, we are focusing on moving some buildings around. So we need to find our hammer, and the buildings that I had on task for today is this smithy here. I would like to move that, and this sewing. They're kind of in the way, and in order for the future episodes and the plans that I have, the schedule that I have, I really need to get those moved out of the way. So, in that regard, we are going to be focusing on a little bit of building today, as well as some placement with our, well, basically the flow of our village and where the buildings are placed. So, we are going to grab our hammer, since we are going to have some building to do, place it at 8. We're going to grab some logs here. I think we can actually upgrade some of these buildings when we place the new ones. So I'm going to grab 8 of these logs. That'll work. We're going to head over here and I'm going to start placing them in the new places. I'm going to get them placed and then we will build them. Alright, so this is about where I want these ones to go. We'll go sewing 2 first. The door for sewing 2 is actually on the right hand side. I'm not sure if you can see it there in the green. But that is basically telling me, okay, well, that's where the opening is. I want that towards the front road here. Yeah, perfect. All right, so now we need about 8 more logs, I believe. And we're going to place a smithy 2 down if we have that. We might not have that available yet. We'll grab 8 logs here. Go back out over to this side. And then we need to check the smithy. Building, crafting. We have smithy 3 unlocked, or smithy 2. Now this one I want this way because its opening is not like the sewing. It's actually, this whole side here is the doorway opening. Just because it's not enclosed. There we go. Alright, so there's sewing 2 and smithy 3. So we could actually knock down the smithy 2 in favor of the smithy 3. So let's build that first, get our person moved over there, and then we will destroy the old buildings. I recommend doing that for anybody changing buildings or for moving. Oh, I did not need to pick up all that fur. Okay, so I need to drop that fur now that I didn't mean to pick up. There we go. I want it in the chest, that's right. Alright, so we're just going to grab like 12 of those, take them over there, and knock them into place. Here we go. Here we go. Dog grabs a beer. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind that. We need stones for this because it is the upgraded version. But I am going to go ahead and place these logs here. We also need 6, 12, 18, 24 planks it looks like. Yep. So we need 12 logs to do that with. Alright. Chest. F, not E. Let's see. So I have how many logs on me? 7. So that'll be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. Alright, I'm going to go craft these into planks. We're going to get these knocked onto the roof there. And that'll take up the roof for the smithy. Nope, that was not all of them. I want to click REF to make it go all the way to the max that you can craft and then select that. But instead I clicked 3 instead of E. So it didn't do anything. Alright, so I'm going to speed this along. Alright, those are crafted up. Let's get those placed. Alright, didn't take too long. Did not take too long for that. So let's check and see what this sewing needs. It's looking like it's going to need about as many planks, if not 12 more. We will have to see. I'm going to just grab 12 out of this. We're going to go craft these up and see where we're at as far as the planks go. Alright, so I'm going to speed this along, and I'll speed up the building part. I won't interject this time. I know. Alright, Alright, so our planks are spot on. I did not need to craft any more of those, but we do need is logs. Now, the sidewalls, I believe, for Smithy are going to require at least one log. I might have already placed those. I did. Alright, but this is going to need a lot of logs. So I'm just gonna start grabbing and placing, just tossing this together as fast as possible so that we can continue with our episode. Now, if you notice, I'm pulling most of the logs that I use out of the chest. There was a couple of times where I just jumped in there and grabbed whatever logs I could find that were in the log pen, but I'm really trying to focus more on the chest to free up space in that. I don't want that to end up being full and then my villagers not being able to work because they have nowhere to put the stuff that they're working. So as you can see, this weight down here is only about halfway, which is great. But I want to keep it as low as possible by continuing to use up the resources that they're putting into it. Alright, so I'm going to do these walls first because they only take 5. The other ones take 7 or 6, I believe. And the stamina consistently biting me in the butt. Oh, I need to place those logs too. So I need 3 logs there, 6, 10 for that gable area of the sewing hut. And our I'm not even sure what they're called. Our sewer? Our weaver? Is that what they are? Weavers? Our weaver will be very happy because instead of being in that open air environment of the old sewing hut, they're going to be enclosed in this nice little area here. There we go. Oh, my hammer broke. Oh no! Alright, so we need to craft up another hammer. Can I just craft one? No, I need sticks. Need some sticks. Alright, so we'll check in here for sticks. Might have some. We're gonna grab some more logs because we're gonna need them. We'll grab 9 of them. There we go. Should have grabbed 10. I needed 1 for the hammer. I didn't think of that. It's okay. We might not need all of the logs that we just grabbed to build this. Maybe not. Maybe. Probably will. Here we go. Let's find out. So it did take more. Okay, so I'm going to finish these up really fast. We'll go through the change-up phase. And then we'll work through the demolishing, and that should be a pretty good episode, I feel like. Need about 1 more log for this, and that'll be complete. Get the stones on the smithy, and then we can do the management portion. Alright, let's see. I need 1 of you, and then like 6, 12, 18 of you. We'll see. 18. Alright, that'll work. Hopefully. It'll at least get us farther than where we're at now. So there's that. The sewing 2 is completed. Here we go. Finishing up Smithy 3. Oh no, that's Smithy 2. It's Workshop Smithy 1, Smithy 2. And there we go. So now our smithy is done. Our new smithy is done. Our new sewing is done. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful place. Alright. So now we need to go find out who is working where and get them transferred to their new work site. So let's go into the management tab since I think they are all on their free time. I'm not seeing anybody at work right now other than the guy in the barn, which is awesome. Let him be, right? Let him keep working. Alright, so let's check this out in the management tab. Let's see, we need sewing. So sewing 1 is who? Ingvar. So Ingvar needs to go to sewing 2. We're gonna go to there, seamster. And then what was sewing 1 crafting? Let's check. Linen thread at 5%. And that was it, I believe. Alright, so let's go into sewing 2. I almost said smithy 2. We're going to do this at 25%. We'll do the wool thread at 25%. Even though we don't have any sheep yet, I want to have that locked in and working. Let's see, what else do we need? anything here. I don't think it is. Other than the linen fabric and wool fabric, we're going to want those at about 10%, but they're locked right now. We can't make them yet, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. All right, let's go into Smithy now and check this. Osvalda. So we need to move Osvalda over. Let's see, where is she? Where are you at, Osvalda? Did I pass her already? Yep, there she is. So we're going to set her at the craftsman. And what was the smithy making here? Stack of 50 stone arrows at 100%. So let's go ahead and do that with this as well. I don't have any iron yet, so I can't craft the iron arrows. We're just going to keep going with stone arrows for now, since that stuff is accessible. Alright. And now we should be able to demolish the old buildings without having to worry about people getting mad that we took their work site. So let's check this chest first, make sure we're not leaving anything. Alright, so we're good to go. This can get knocked down. And there we go. Alright, and now let's go over to the sewing. Check the chest here. Alright, we do have some linen thread in there, which is great. We kind of need that. We will need that eventually. There we go. Just knock all this stuff down. They don't need it anymore. They have better digs to work at. Alright, and there we go. Alright, so a little bit shorter of an episode. But I can't say that I can't complain here. I really can't, because we got a lot done. We managed to move Smithy and Sewing over to the location where I kind of want them to stay. As well, we were able to knock down the 2 buildings that we didn't need after that. And so we're doing alright. We are doing fantastic. Fantastic. Alright, so for future builds, which will be coming up probably this week, my plans are, and this is just my effort to try to drag this out another minute or two, just to make it a little bit more viewable. So my plans for upcoming videos are mirroring this on the other side of our tavern here, on this side of the town, and then possibly going another row back, a second house row back on both sides, because they increase the building limit. So now we can build up to 40 buildings. And then in future episodes, and actually we could probably just go ahead and knock this out now. I do want to take out a couple of these wood sheds, the woodshed 1s, and make them into a woodshed 2. So let's see if we can find a good spot for that. This right here might actually be a very good spot for it. Maybe. It is still around trees. It has quite a bit of trees to harvest from, so it might actually be very lucrative. Let's go ahead and knock this tree down, and we're going to... we're probably going to have to take this stump up just to place a woodshed over here. I'm trying to keep all the production sites inside, and then from there keep housing outside, so that way people go from the outside inside to work, instead of going from the inside outside. We'll grab these feathers real quick. It is getting nighttime, so I'm trying to hurry this along, finish this up real quick. What are you doing? Oh, am I in your house? I am in your house. I'm not even in my house. I'm looking for a shovel in other people's houses. What am I doing? Let's see. Do I have a shovel? I don't believe I do. Can I craft a shovel? Well, not here. I have to go to... Whoops. I have to go to the smithy and see if I can craft a shovel from here. Wooden tools, I cannot. I'm going to have to buy the technology scheme. Do I have the money for it? I have no idea. Just barely enough. So we're going to buy that scheme, make this shovel, pull up that tree, set this woodshed, and be good to go for the episode. Alright, I need to equip the shovel. Yeah, I'm talking through what I do. Because if I don't, I'm gonna forget what I'm actually trying to accomplish here. And it'll just escape me, and I'll go about doing whatever I want, whenever I want, instead of focusing on the tasks that I've set for myself. At any rate, we're gonna grab some more of these logs. 6 of them. I thought I said we had 2 already, so let's see how many we have. It says we have 8. Perfect. Building, resources, woodshed 2. Alright, let me place you there. Good. Oh, why am I crouching? I don't want to crouch. Do that. Alright, so what do we need? 12 planks, 3 logs. 12 planks, 3 logs. So let's knock this out real quick. 12 planks, 3 logs. That's 9 logs total. That'll work right there. We only need to craft up 6 of them. So it shouldn't take too long. I'm going to shut up while I craft this. Let's do 6. There we go. Alright, so it didn't take nearly as many planks as I thought. It seems as though both sections of that roof are actually just one section. So you only need 6 planks and a log in order to build that instead of the 2 sections. So that's awesome. So let's head into the tavern here where it's kind of brighter. A little bit lighter because of the candles and whatnot. Which I'm not even sure why we can't craft candles. Why we can't do beehiving and beeswax crafting of candles and whatnot. Alright, so it's not too bad. We're doing alright. I do want to go and try to grab a screenshot of this here. The woodshed 2. Cool. Alright. Now we need to move our people over. Let's do management tab, management here. Buildings, woodshed 1 is who? Radomira, and then woodshed 1 is Strogomir. So Radomira and Strogomir can go to woodshed 2. There's that. And Strogomir. Where are you at, Strogomir? There you are. Cool. Alright, now we can demolish some of these woodsheds, and I think this one over here needs demolished first. The ones over here, due to the fact that I created them first, so we kind of need to demolish them first. Otherwise, we'll have somebody without a job. And that's never good. It's never kosher. Alright, check this one. See if there's any firewood stuck in this one as well. Looks like there is. There is, naturally. That's good for us, though. It's good. It means that they have been doing their job and working diligently through everything we're doing. Cool. So we are moving slow. I'll pull out the torch here while we head to the house. I managed to drag this one out a little bit. We actually accomplished an extra building than I had set, so we're ahead of schedule as far as I'm concerned, which is outstanding. It is just outstanding. Alright, so I'm gonna crawl my way back home. Back to my house, and I'm actually going to stop off and drop this stuff off at the resource storage. That way I don't have to crawl everywhere while I'm ending this. Ending this episode. Okay, so here we are. Drop that off, all of that. Drop those off. Alright, we're doing well. Sprint back home. We're gonna grab a snack, grab a drink. Show you about the bucket of water here. So as you can see, F to eat, X to drop. There's 10 out of 10, so every time I click F, now it's 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Every time you use it, as far as getting water and then consuming the water out of it, the condition of the bucket will reduce. So you need to be careful of that and keep an eye on that. It doesn't reduce at any kind of fast rate. It does take a lot of time. So just keep a watchful eye on it and maybe get a cow pen and you'll be able to get more buckets from that. Alright, so let's grab a bite. There we go. So thank you everyone for joining me today. Let's sleep. Sleep and brighten this up. There we go. Thank you all for joining me again today. This has been wonderful. We got a lot accomplished today building a sewing hut 3, the smithy 2, and a woodshed 2. It's been great. We are actually starting to formulate this into the final build that I'm looking for, and hopefully we'll be able to finish this before year 12 when the last of the chapter quests is actually given to us and we can complete them. So with all of that being said, thank you again for joining me on this Medieval Dynasty Let's Play. This has been Medieval Knights. I am TJ West, and as always, let's keep it medieval, people.